Hello everyone, welcome to Home Institute. This is your Sushma ma'am. Today we are with a new chapter, class 10 chemistry, that is chemical reactions and equation. That is the first chapter which comes in a chemistry. Let us learn about this, all the concepts, all the reactions, what is going to be happen in a chemical reactions, and everything we are gonna learn in this chapter. This chapter is very beautiful chapter where you're gonna learn some new things about balancing the equations, how you need to balance the equation, what is the meaning of chemical reactions, how the chemical reactions are happening. Everything you will gonna learn in this chapter. Let's come back. In this chapter, we are gonna learn how the chemical reactions are going to be happen and what type of chemical reactions are happening. And before moving into that one, let me tell you and ask you one thing. What is the meaning of chemical reactions, guys? How are you going to say that this is a chemical reaction and this is not a chemical reaction? How are you going to distinguish all those things? I hope you all learn such a concept in your 7th and 6th standard, I think. Am I right? Yes. The chemical reactions are nothing but the things, whatever the substance you are giving, they changes their identity. If the substance changes their identity, we can easily say the chemical reactions got happened. In this chapter, we are gonna learn about chemical reactions, how the chemical reactions are happening, and what observation, how you gonna say the chemical reactions are happen. And after that, we're gonna learn about the balancing chemical equation, very important concept. And the last thing, we're gonna learn about types of chemical reaction, and the end of the session we're going to learn about oxidation, reduction, and corrosion and rancidity. Okay, let us start with a chapter while introducing what is the meaning of chemical reaction. How are you going to say that chemical reaction is happening, guys? Yes, tell me. Yes, correct. The chemical reactions are going to be happen when there is a change in the given substance. When substance got changed their identity, we can easily say the chemical reaction got happened. For example, just take down your milk. During summer time, if you kept your milk in an open space, and milk changes its identity. Am I right? Milk becomes to a curd. Such reactions are called as chemical reaction due to the presence of lactic acid and all. You will gonna learn about acids, bases, everything in upcoming chapters. But just for this extent, you just remember some reactions are going to be happen inside that milk. Because of that reason, chemical reaction, because of those chemical reactions, that milk loses its property and it converted as a curd. Okay. And before entering into the any concepts of these chemical reactions and equation, let me tell you one thing. What is the meaning of chemical reaction? A change in a reaction. It is a change, guys. A change in a reaction. A change in reaction where substance changes its identity. There, the substance changes their identity, guys. Identity means whatever the substance you are giving, those substance got changed while coming in a chemical reactions and all. Okay, this type of reactions are called as chemical reaction. And now we are entering into the chapter. This is very important thing that you will get this in for a 2 marks question. That is, how you gonna identify the chemical reaction got happened and what observation makes you to tell that chemical reactions got happened. What type of experiment we need to do for chemical that to say for a chemical reaction got happened. There are 4 things are very important, guys. This is very, note down this point carefully, because this type of question already asked to so many times in your board exams. Okay, the first thing is change in state. Change in state. And the second one is change in color. And change in temperature. And the last one is evolution of gases. This is very important. These four things are the necessary observation. These are the necessary observation, experiments, anything you can say, observation for the chemical reaction. Okay. So that you can say, yes, chemical reaction got happened. Okay. How you gonna say that chemical reaction got happened? That is how you gonna identify that chemical reaction got happened. In that, first one is change in state. A state means what, guys? It may be a solid, or it may be a liquid, or it may be a gas, anything. Okay, those status got changed. Well, in the chemical, during chemical reaction, those status got changes. How you're gonna explain that one? I'll take one example. We'll burn magnesium ribbon, okay, in presence of oxygen. When we burn that magnesium ribbon in presence of oxygen, the outcome, the output part is magnesium oxide. Magnesium ribbon is in a solid state, whereas in a magnesium oxide is in a powdered state. Okay, I'll show you the reaction. When magnesium got reacted with a burn in presence of oxygen, there is a formation of magnesium oxide. This magnesium oxide is in the form of powdered form. This is in the form of powdered form, guys. And this is in a solid ribbon. Okay, this is a solid ribbon. Let me explain few things now. Okay, this side is called as a reactant side, and this side we called as a product side. Okay, guys, this is our reactant side and this is our product side. When the reactant side got reacted and there is one substance got formed, that we called as a product. Okay, these reactions are going to be happen when there is a chemical change happened in between these two things. Okay, this type of writing and chemical reactions is called as skeletal equation, guys. Skeletal. Okay, if you wrote such a kind of equation in the form of magnesium, when magnesium burns in air, that is oxygen, there is a formation of magnesium oxide. Okay, writing this type of equation is called as a word equations. Okay, let me explain. Come back, guys. Now I will gonna explain you about the change in state. By this example, you can easily say the magnesium ribbon, when we burn in air, there is a dazzling bright color formation is going to be happen. That is called as what are you gonna say? That dazzling bright color substance got appear. That was very beautiful. Dazzling bright color comes. That gives a powdered form of this magnesium oxide, guys. Okay, when we start burning this one, there is a formation of magnesium oxide. Now I can say easily the ribbon got converted as powder. Ribbon is in a which state, guys? Solid. Now the state got changed to powdered form. Okay, that is called as a change in state. For this, you can give this example. Okay, we need to balance this equation, guys. How you gonna balance this equation? Everything I'll teach you in my next session. But here I wanted to write in any equation, one thing please note down. In your 10th standard board exams, you have to write chemical equations or reactions in balanced form only. Then only it is valid. Okay, you have to write down the balanced chemical equations only. Okay, here magnesium is 1, magnesium here is also 1. Oxygen is 2 oxygen is there, but here only 1 oxygen is there. I'll take it as 2. Now magnesium becomes 2. I'll tell you how the balancing and everything is going to be happen in the later sessions. Okay, this is our first thing about identification in a chemical reactions. Let's move on into the change in color. For this, I can say when potassium iodide, that is when potassium iodide get mixed up with a lead nitrate, there is, these two are colorless, guys. Potassium iodide and lead nitrate both are colorless. There is a formation of lead iodide and potassium nitrate will come out. This lead iodide is in the form of yellow color white precipitate. This is yellow PPT will come, that is precipitate will come out. You will come to know about the precipitate, what type of reaction it is, everything in our upcoming sessions. Just remember the things, how you gonna say the chemical reactions is happened by changing color. These two are colorless, guys. These two are colorless. Potassium iodide, this is potassium iodide, note down. Yeah, you are very new to the concept. Potassium iodide when get mixed up with a lead nitrate, and there is a formation of lead iodide plus potassium. What is this, guys? Potassium nitrate. Until you are thorough and you to this concept, please write down the word equations also, because you people are very new to this concept. This is the first time you are knowing about the chemical reactions and equations. Okay, so what happened? These two are colorless. When they get mixed, there is a formation of lead iodide, and that is yellow color PPT. This very dazzling and insoluble solid. We call it as insoluble solid. That precipitate is going to be get formed. Such a type of reactions are called as double displacement reaction, where the ions got exchanged in between these two colorless substance. You will learn about the double displacement all in a types of reaction. Okay. Okay, third one is evolution of gases. For this, take one, that is one test tube. In this test tube, add some, what is this? Sulfuric acid. That I hope you all remember this very, very, very exothermic acid. Just remember this one. This is sulfuric acid. Here, I'm adding some zinc granule, guys. Zinc granules, Zn granules. That granules means the small pieces, and there is a liberation of hydrogen. So let me write down the equation. When H2SO4 is there, if you add zinc to this one, there is a formation of zinc sulfate and the liberation of hydrogen gas. You all learn this equation in your 8th standard. Do you remember this? There we explain some chemical reactions in a metals and non-metals chapter. There you learn the displacement reaction. Here, more reactive element got replaces by the more reactive element replaces the less reactive element, and there is a formation of something called a salt. I'll explain everything thoroughly in upcoming sessions. And there is one gas is gonna release that is called as a hydrogen. How are you gonna identify that hydrogen gas is going to be get released in this reaction? Just remember in your 8th standard, yes, by using a burning candle. If you take near to this burning candle, there is a pop sound get appears. There is a pop sound get appears. That is like a crackling sound arises when you take candle near to the hydrogen gas. Then you can easily say that hydrogen gas got released in the chemical reaction. By this experiment, you can say the gases got released By this also you can say the chemical reaction got happened. Okay, from this also you can identify or you can observe, yes, chemical reaction got happened by evolution of gases. Okay, and the last one is change in temperature. How are you gonna say that chemical reaction got happened? If any chemical reaction got happened, if they are exothermic, definitely there is a liberate of heat. There is a liberation of heat is going to be happen in the reactions. Okay, guys. How you give an example for this? I'll take calcium oxide. This is very important. Calcium oxide is going to be as a quicklime. This is our quicklime, guys, and this is calcium oxide. When it get mixed up with the water, there is a formation of very important substance, and plus heat is going to be get liberated. This is very important. We called it as lime water or slaked lime. We called it as lime water or slaked lime. Actually, what is this? Calcium hydroxide. Don't forget this guy. He will come in your entire syllabus of chemistry. He is very, very important. Okay, this calcium hydroxide is called as a lime water or slaked lime. This is very important. You may get some questions. Write the equation of lime water or slaked lime, or when calcium oxide quicklime got reacted with the water, there is a formation of lime water, and write down the equation. They may ask such a kind of questions also. Okay, here what is going to be happen when you added this calcium oxide and water in a beaker? The beaker, when you touch that beaker, it's quietly slightly it got heated. So there is a slight changes in the reaction. When you touch that beaker, you can observe heat got released in the chemical reactions. Okay, by this I'll end this session. By this I can say one thing: these four concepts are very, very important, so that you can easily identify and you can easily observe that chemical reactions are going to be happen by the given substance. Okay.